Hey everybody, my name is Sheran Goodspeed Keyton, and I have stopped by to chat with you about an amazing film that I was blessed to be a part of this past year. It's called Nefarious. I know by now you've seen postings of it, posters, everything else, and some of you might not be quite sure of what to make of it. So I wanted to stop by and see if I could help you to become more certain of what to make of it. Now, I'll start with the obvious. For those of you who are like me and you're somewhat of a scaredy cat, like I am, I do rom-coms. I watch movies that make you laugh, movies about love, movies that maybe make you think or cry a little bit, but nothing that scares the bejeebus out of you. So I don't watch movies that I feel like are, as a kid would say, scary movies. I don't watch horror films, right? So after being in this movie and then seeing the marketing and the premiere coming up, I thought, I'm not going to see that movie. I know I'm in it, but I am not going to see that movie because I don't like scary movies. And of course, a lot of people on my timeline and on my social media and friends and family members have kind of been telling me the same thing. They're like, I'm not going to see it because it's a scary movie or it's a horror. And here's what I want to tell you. There is nothing horrible about Nefarious. I would say that it's more of a psychological thriller. Nobody's head spins around, no green things spew out of someone's mouth, no children are harmed in the making of the movie, no animal cruelty, no chainsaws and knives and blood and guts and all the things that are horrible. Instead, what you have is a very compelling story about one man who does not believe. And when I say does not believe, it's not necessarily centered around his belief or disbelief spiritually, right? But he's a doctor. He's a psychiatrist, right? It's his job to not believe or to question or to seek answers, right? And then you have this other fellow sitting across the table who has done an amazing job of absolutely being two people at once. He is absolutely the criminal who he's supposed to be, and he is absolutely nefarious who has inhabited his body. Now, with that said, it is all the amazing acting without someone's head spinning around and something green spewing out, right? Outside of that, there is nothing in this movie that made it feel scary to me. And I am a scaredy cat. I am a 48-year-old woman who sleeps with her lights on because I don't do scary, right? So if that was a little bit of your hesitation, go see it. Number 2, when you hear that something is a faith-based film, a lot of people unfortunately go, I'll pass. Because what we've been trained to see faith-based films as are a really heartwarming movie where there is a protagonist, there is an antagonist, there is some life-altering conflict that happens, and then all of a sudden at the end, a miracle happens and hallelujah, everybody gets saved. That is not the case here. It's not something that's going to make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside by design. It's not something that is going to pose this huge conflict and the resolution to that conflict is going to be, woo, hallelujah, somebody is saved. By design, what it is a film that very clearly and cleverly and is it wittily? If it's witty, is it wittily, whatever, with a great deal of wit. It very cleverly tells a story from the point of view of Nefarious. Nobody ever thinks about that, right? If you're a believer, you're like thinking with the mind of God, your spiritual mind. If you're a non-believer, you're usually just not thinking with anything. Meaning, wait, y'all, wait. If you're a non-believer, you're not thinking in a spiritual realm in that way usually. But this is the first time that I have sat through a movie and went, oh, that's what the devil be thinking. Oh, that's the mission. Oh my God. I met that guy one time. I think I dated him. Right? So it's nothing that you think a faith-based film should be. Here's the last part of that. For those of you who are just over it, you're like, faith-based just isn't my genre. Go see this movie. It's not anything hitting you over the head, nothing that's making you by the end make you feel like you need to make a choice. Am I going to heaven or hell? Sign on the dotted line. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It causes you to leave that theater talking. It evokes conversation. It causes you to think on a deeper level. It causes you to want to be creative, because if they could make a movie that is a faith-based horror film that is so well written, so well acted, all of the creatives are going to leave going, ooh, I know what I can do. And that's the whole point, guys. That's the whole point. Last but not least, I come to you asking that you will do the one thing that deep in our hearts, most of us do anyway. We always, always, always support the underdog. And I use that phrase very lightly because nothing about this production looks like, sounds like, feels like the underdog. The only thing is the marketing budget, right? So when you don't have a marketing budget, a big movie that can market all over the place has more following, has more people buying tickets. They get to stay in the theaters longer and they get to inhabit bigger theater spaces. That's not the case here. So what we need you to do is get out there and go see Nefarious. Talk about it. Post about it. Hashtag Nefarious 2023. Hashtag Nefarious movie. Heck, tag me. I don't care. But go out there and see the movie. A whole entire amazing team of people are depending on you, including me. So if you're watching this video, 9 times out of 10, you're a Sheran fan. So do me a favor. Go check out Nefarious this weekend before it's too late. Bye, guys. Thanks.